Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you decided to stop by and check out what I'm making today. Today I'm going to make one of my favorites. It's called stuffed chicken rolls, and it is so good. It almost kind of reminds me of something that you might make around Thanksgiving or Christmas, but it's really just one of those great comfort foods that you can make really any time of the year. So come along and watch how I make this. I'll show you what I got going on over here. I have 4 pretty big large chicken breasts here, and I'm soaking it in some milk with a little bit of apple cider vinegar and seasoning, because sometimes when you buy these chickens in the regular store versus buying in bulk or from somebody who does organic, they're tough because I think they're just older chickens. But if you soak them in a little bit of milk and vinegar, it breaks down the fibers and they're really tender. So that's what I've got going on there. And I'm going to take these potatoes here, and I'm going to chop them up small and put some little bit of butter and olive oil and Parmesan seasoning and put them in the oven. But I want to show you something I've been doing here. It's kind of fun. I call this my Hillbilly nursery or my Hillbilly greenhouse. I started me some flowers here in my windows. I've got some zinnias there. I got a hollyhock here, but I don't know what's going on in that pot. It just hasn't decided to come up yet. And I got butterfly flower, but it's not come up yet either. Lupine, but it did come up, yay! And another lupine. I got 3 of them, and that one's coming up great, yay! And let's come over here and see the rest of my Hillbilly nursery. Yay! Hollyhocks, woohoo! More zinnias, which I love them to make cut flowers for the house. I got little miniature sunflowers there. More zinnias. I got some Sweet Williams going on there. And more sunflowers. And this is a mystery one. I don't know what it is. I just gathered these last year from my son's flower beds at his house. So I labeled that pink flowers. I don't know what it is, so it's going to be a mystery. That one is more sunflowers. This is a mystery one, and it looks like it's sprouting. Yay. More hollyhocks. Yeah, there we go. This is a lily. It gets like little miniature purple flowers on it. It's gorgeous. It looks like it might have some green down in there. Rebecca right there. And don't mind the grandkids' toys here. More zinnias. And Sweet William. I took some pampas grass that I had out front. I took the seeds off of that hoping it would grow, but I'm not seeing any sprouting yet. There's another butterfly flower, but it's, I don't know, might have some green down in there. And some more zinnias, and that's a lavender color one. So there's my Hillbilly garden. Okay, now I'm going to, I had just a handful of yellow potatoes left and a handful of the little tiny miniature potatoes. So I just diced them up, put them in a bowl, and I'm going to put some olive oil on them. Just coat them real good. This is one of my favorite ways to do potatoes. I love these. Then I'm just going to add, I found this at our local store, rustic rosemary and garlic rub, and it is so good on potatoes and pork loin. It's just so good with the rosemary and the garlic. And I'm going to coat that really good. I got my green beans going with a little bit of dehydrated vegetables. It's got onion in it and some smoked salt and my stuffing going over there. Now for this stuffed chicken breast, you can do homemade stuffing obviously, but that's a little bit too much work today. I don't want to put into it. And let's see. Make sure my cheese is all mixed up and broke up. I'm just going to put a good amount in there. And then I'm going to use my hands to mix this because I just find that I can't get it that well mixed with a spoon. It's just not even very helpful with the spoon. They look good already, and it smells good already. Got a couple bigger pieces in there, but that's okay. It'll be all right. Okay. Some cooking spray. And the last time I didn't cooking spray it, it stuck. You wouldn't think it would when you have olive oil coating it, but it does. Alrighty. Let me put those on there. Yay. Good save. Alrighty. Don't those look good? Those look so good. Yummy. And they do cook up good. Alright, we'll get a good little shake of pepper there. Don't want it too hot, but we want it seasoned well. Salt. And you know what? Let's do a little bit more cheese. I just love Parmesan on this sort of stuff. Alrighty, and I got my oven at 400 and we're gonna put that in there. Got my stuffing water going on. I'm gonna add a can of cream of chicken in that. The cream of chicken just makes it a little bit more richer and honestly tastes a little bit more closer to homemade. Well, it is homemade because I'm making it at home, but you know what I mean, scratch made. Let me get that out of there. Get a little bit up here. Just gonna mix up that water. It's good and hot for my stuffing. And that's really all you got to do because I'm going to put it in my chicken breast, which you'll see here in a minute. And I just made this according to the directions on the box. Of course, minus adding my extra additives that I put in, just to kick things up a little bit. Push that down there. Yum. Now, when I made this at home, just for me and my kids, I love to add sauteed onions and butter to it because it just gives it more of the scratch-made flavor. But some of the people that I take this to, they don't all like onion. So, I kind of try to go easy on onion in the raw when I, you know not everybody likes it. I mean, obviously it wouldn't be raw, but it'd be sauteed in butter, but not everybody likes that texture. Now me, I like it. Alright, I'm gonna let that sit there and moisten. And like I said, I soaked that in milk and a little bit of vinegar. Basically makes it buttermilk, and seasoned it so it'll make it really soft. Now, I'm just going to take these breasts and let me get the fat off because I can't stand having fat on anything. I usually pound these out really thin, but I'm kind of hoping that the milk will have the same effect because pounding them all out each takes a little bit of time. And I don't have a whole lot of time this morning because I try to get this done, my Monday morning and Friday morning meals done by about 11:30ish. Okay, I wasn't going to pound these just because I don't feel like putting the effort into it, but I want these to cook faster and I want them to be good and soft. So I'm going to put these in a bag, a Ziploc baggie, and I'm going to pound them down a little bit. The big side would probably tear it up. And the reason I put it in a baggie to pound on is I don't want the chicken pieces flying everywhere. Okay, I have pounded each one of these out really pretty small. So I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of my farm dust on it and a little bit of pepper and salt before I stuff them. Okay, and I'll show you how I'm going to stuff those. Alrighty, I'm just going to get a little bit of stuffing and I'm just going to wrap it up in there. Don't need too much because you don't want it to not be able to kind of roll. And then I'm going to do is take and put that down that way in my baking dish. And then just going to roll that up. And I'll show you what all that looks like finished. Alrighty, and there are my stuffed chicken breasts. And as you can see, that made quite a lot. And that was just 4 pretty large chicken breasts that I just cut down and cut in half, filleted them probably about 2 or 3 times, and pounded them out. And I just took the stuffing, like I showed you, and rolled them over and just laid them face down with the seam side open in the bottom. And I'm going to take, I have some gravy. I use a package of chicken and a package of brown and mix it. And I'm just going to drizzle that on top of my rolls. And this is really, really good, as you can see. I like this dish. I'm just going to cover that with it, and it'll cook in there. No, I'm wasting the gravy. Yeah, good enough. Alrighty, and I'm just going to put that in the oven on 400 for about 25 minutes. And that really shouldn't take no time at all. You just want to make sure the inside of that is 170 degrees, where your stuffing's at, down into the middle, and you're good. Here's my Parmesan roasted potatoes, and they taste really good. I know I've said really good quite a few times, but they do taste really good. And I'm just waiting for my stuffed chicken rolls to get done, and I'll show you what those look like. Let's taste one of our potatoes. They're hot, really hot. They are good. And there is my stuffed chicken rolls, and they look marvelous. And they're well over 170 degrees, about 180, so they're definitely done. And here's my potatoes I've got served up, ready to go. And I'm going to get these served and deliver them to my friends. Let's see if we can find a better place. Let's fix the hair here. I know y'all don't care, but it bugs me. So, let's see here. Well, I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I'm going to go deliver these meals to my friends. I will see you later this week.